104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Siena head lacrosse coach John Svec joins us right now. Coach, 19-6 loss to Cuse in game one. What went wrong for you guys in that matchup?
Coming right out with it, huh? You guys don't beat around the bush.
Look, man, Gaz is gonna it's gonna get all Hobart on you and everything else. So I've got to be the journalist on this one.
I hear you. No, you know what? I mean, Syracuse is a great program. Obviously, they've got a lot of talent. I think what happens is if you let them kind of get on a roll, which we did with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. We had it 4-3, and then they get a kid from Georgia scores 3 goals in a row off ball. And we had a couple of unlucky bounces here and there, but we were playing pretty well, and we were doing things that we needed to do, with the exception maybe at the face-off backs of winning some of those battles. But our face-off guys are working hard. They're just pretty good, and once they get on a roll, all of a sudden it's tough to stop that boulder. And as you get kind of deeper into the game, offensively, sometimes you feel like you got to make a play. Defensively, you're playing a lot of D, so some breakdowns start to happen when your feet start getting tired. So that's kind of what happened on it. And they're a talented, athletic group, man. That's one of the 5 in the country.
Coach, we're seeing a lot of the head coaches in the area go up against national powerhouses in their first game. Do you still like that method, even though the results didn't end the way you wanted them to?
Yeah, I think on the bus home maybe I was rethinking it, but we was at Albany there with Scott Marr. We try to do that a lot, and I think part of that is it's a great opportunity to test yourself early. It's also great for recruiting. So I think for our guys, we want to play the best anytime we can, and that's why we're playing Syracuse and Hobart and Virginia and Lowell in the first Matthew's team in the first 4 games. So we try really hard to test ourselves and improve, and I think we've made strides at practice here since Saturday night.
And you mentioned my alma mater there, the Hobart Statesman.
There he goes, Coach. I told you.
A former coach there for the Hobart Statesman. You've actually coached some of my teammates before, the guys who crossed over from both the football and the lacrosse side. Is there extra emotions for you going up against the school that you formerly coached with?
No. I mean, I've been gone so long. I mean, the first year here at Siena, we opened up with Hobart in the Carrier Dome, and that was a little different because I recruited those guys and coached them, and hugging them before the game in the tunnel, and then trying to win. But those guys are all gone, and Coach Raymond does a great job over there at Hobart now, and it is nice to see some of the familiar faces, though. Miss Patty Cowell is still a secretary over there, and she's doing a great job. So the emotion's not there, but it's another great team. I mean, this is a team that won their conference last year. It's a 10K tournament team, so we're looking at it as one of those, I would say, almost a rivalry game. We had a great game with them down in Georgia at Kennesaw State last year. So, it's one of those teams. It's another great test, and they're an athletic, big, strong team that put up 15 on Penn State. So.
Head coach of the Siena Lacrosse program, John Svec, with us right here on 104.5 The Team.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned you played in Kennesaw State last year, and this year the game's not in the capital region. The game's not in Geneva. The game's in Victor, which is about 30 minutes west of Geneva. But, Coach, the game is indoors. How in the world did this happen?
Well, being February in upstate New York, we figured last year, 2 upstate teams traveled all the way to Georgia. We'd like to try and get that back, if we can next year, because it's a great for us spring break, or late winter break, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be like 45 degrees on Saturday, which would be gorgeous. It'd be awesome, but I know we're not going to be able to get out. We have to make sure we have a place. A couple years ago, we were playing here, and the wind chill came down. And it was going to be like 0.
Wow.
So we were scrambling, and we went up and played up in Glens Falls, which is a beautiful facility up there. Coach Raymond and I were talking. We want to keep the game, but we want to make sure that we don't have any of those weather issues. And as well as I do, out in Rochester, Finger Lakes area, it can be sunny one minute and get a foot of snow the next. So we just, apparently this place is Victor, Pinnacle Sports Academy is unbelievable. It's gorgeous. We watched the film from Penn State and brand new, so full field indoor place. So why not utilize that? We're supposed to, probably get close to 2,000 people up there too. So. It
doesn't change any of your prep leading into the actual game about certain ways to tackle an indoor facility compared to an outdoor facility.
No, what we have great facilities here in the Capital District, and we partner with Athens We're actually going over there this afternoon to be inside since it's windy and we're playing an indoor game, trying to get that feel for it. The only thing you really want to do is make sure that spatially, it's probably like shoot around for basketball when Jimmy takes the guys out. They're playing down at the Time Dean Center or they're playing in a smaller gym. You want to get those sight lines down. So that's what we're doing. We're heading out tomorrow, have a practice out there to get used to the facility itself. But really, it doesn't change anything. You guys have all seen Hoosiers, right? The court's still the same length. The basket's still 10 feet. The goals are still 6 by 6. So as long as we bring our A game and play fast and hard, it'll be fine.
We spoke to Coach Connors last week about the transfers that are now a part of your program. Early on in the season, what are some of the coaching things that you've told the guys to get ready for the 2017 season?
Well, those guys, we have 3 transfers that are Capital Region transfers, and we have 3 other guys who came straight from high school to us. So we have 6 Capital Region guys we're really excited about. Tyler Pantalone's a senior. Dylan Pantalone, his brother's a freshman from Niskey. Maurice Tessier is another freshman from Albany Academy, and then we have our 3 transfers: Jake Miller from Niskey and Aiden O'Brien from Niskey, and then John McDonald from Boston Spa. So, great kids. McDonald and Aiden O'Brien are playing on our first and second line midfield. They're still kind of working through mixing and matching there, and those guys are bringing skill, and McDonald being a little bit older is bringing some maturity to that group, and that's great. Aiden obviously has got a great vision, and he's been playing for us, on the second line midfield there, so he's doing a great job. And Noah's coming back from an injury right now, so hopefully he'll be able to get in the mix soon. But Capital District has been great at lacrosse over the last 10, 15 years, man. There's so many more kids playing in the game at the youth level, and now high schools, and so many more college-capable kids. We're trying to keep at least 1 or 2 home when we can.
Siena's head lacrosse coach, John Svec, with us, man. We appreciate you. Good luck. I hope you take out Hobart so I can listen to guys cry.
We'll do our best, guys. We'll do our best. Thanks for having me.